can just have like his hair out and like outgrown and nappy and like doesn't need to like brush it and it'll still look alright. So me, I can't do that. I mean, obviously I have locks, so, but before I had locks I couldn't do that, which is why I ended up locking my hair up. But so well, look at this. It's kind of like a little tutorial, but I'll tell you right now, I am not a barber, so I am not the guy to like go to for professional, oh my god, tips, right? I just cut hair. So with that being said, the first thing we're getting into is a debulking process. We're just taking all the extra hair that we don't need off. I'm just getting rid of everything that I'm not gonna use. That's what I just did. Now we're about to set in that first guideline. If you've watched anything on any barber videos, you know that guideline is important. It has to be sharp. That guideline determines like the whole, like, it's important. So the next thing we're gonna get into is going in with the clippers open and just flicking up, just making that second line. And then right after we get done that, we're just gonna clear up that first line. We're gonna start taking it out. So, I mean, I can't say enough how much fun like cutting hair has become to me. At first I was super nervous with cutting hair because I was like, oh shit, like if I fuck somebody's shit up, what happens? That was always my problem with cutting hair. But honest to God, once you learn how to cut hair, it becomes so hard to fuck somebody's shit up. But now I'm just going in with the one to make the second line, then I'm going right in. You'll see me clean up that middle line with a half guard, but don't worry, I'm not getting super technical on this side only because the other side has the better angle for me to do that with. So like I said, we're not going to really get too much into this side, only because the other side just has the better view. But I did try to record this as a tutorial, and I just learned that I'm horrible at teaching people things. Like, I'm dog shit at teaching people things. So I think I'm just gonna list like kind of the instructions or what I'm doing. Like, I'm gonna say it outright, and then you'll just kind of like see it, and that'll kind of just be that. So this will be more of just like for people who like to watch haircut videos and just some ASMR to go with it, I think. A little bit of wine sipping, but let's get into the good side. Alright, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna jump in and set our guideline, and I already said it's super important. Next, we're gonna come in with the clippers open and set that next guideline. Right? Now after that next guideline, and it's super important, you want all your shit symmetrical, you want to be able to see the lines, all that. And like, you gotta have, I think I heard one of the internet barbers say it, and this is just me taking out that first guideline, but I think I heard one of the internet barbers, I don't know which one it is, and I don't mean it in any disrespect when I say internet barbers, but now I'm going in with the one to set the next guideline, and you'll see me come in with a half guard after to take out the previous guideline. So yeah, man, I don't know which barber that I heard say it, but there's just, I feel like it is true. He said that you need to have the barber's eye, like you have to have a barber's eye, and it's the truth because some people just really can't see it, and at first I don't think I could really see it, so I think it is something that you could like train yourself to hone, but like you have to be able to see those guidelines from every angle too, because like if you cut somebody one way and then they go out and the sunlight hits them in a different angle and the guideline is still there or the fade line is still there, it's like, hold on, that's like, you can't have people going out like that. So you could probably see the ring light in the background, but like I have that, I have the windows or the blinds open. I like to have light sources from everywhere, and I'll spin them around before I'm really done just to make sure that like, alright, he's clean. But back of the neck, this is always my like least favorite part to do on people, because everybody usually has a divot in the back of their neck, and oh man, he has a divot, bro. Like, no disrespect to my Same process back here, man. Set the guideline. Same process, just annoying how you have to do it. Set the guideline. Go up. Go up with the one. Take out the guidelines. Go up with the one and a half to blend it in. It's just so annoying and it looks so crazy at first. I don't know what barber to shout out for this, so like I hate it. So I'm gonna just keep saying Beam and 360 GZ because those are the main two I watched. There's one more, and I swear I'm gonna remember them and shout them out. But they really like put me on game a lot when it came to cutting hair and like leaving what you faded, like leaving the bottom of it until the end so you could see the difference as you cut it. That's why you see I left the hair underneath of the first line. I don't know, man. I feel like it just helps me out with, you know, cutting it and seeing where I'm at in the progress and just making sure that everything is how it should be. But I mean, for me at least, no lie, the back of the head is definitely the hardest part for me to cut. 1000%. And I'm sure it sucks for the people who I cut as well, because like the whole time their head is kind of staying bent down. Like you'll see him like come up a couple times, like goddamn, like, cause I'm bending his neck down. I always try not to be too aggressive, but there's one time I had a barber cut me, bro. Oh my god, most aggressive hands in the state. Like dude was like leaving marks on my. I'm like, bro, Jesus Christ. Horrible. So I always just try to remember what it felt like to be in a barber's chair that wasn't pleasant. So whenever I'm cutting, I'm usually telling jokes, and here I am right now just cleaning up the back right now, all the excess hair. I left the sideburns alone earlier so I could fade them in the way I wanted to. So I know it looks crazy right now, but trust me, we're gonna get to the beard work right now. We just need to line everything up, make sure it's all good, get rid of all the hair. That's all we're doing right now. That's it, just shaping it up now, because the taper's done. The taper's done. We will go over and clean up some stuff, but now we're gonna go ahead and get into fading in the beard. And I don't like to go too crazy with the fades like that, to be honest with you. Like, I don't want to go too crazy. I like to leave it as naturally faded as possible. So I'm only using an open and just closing it a little bit, bringing in a half guard, and that's it. Just keep it there so it's kind of like a ghost connection, if you will. Like, it's not necessarily like it's connected, but it's not, because it's a bald taper, but it kind of still gives that illusion that, okay, there's still something connected here. And now we're just cleaning up under the chin, getting everything all nice, needy, and tidy. And man, just a little mental check-in. How are you guys feeling lately while I do this? Because this is kind of like, the cut's kind of the cut. Like, you see it, it's tapered up. It's pretty much like we're going to get into the shape up and you'll see all that. But this is kind of the point where I can kind of bullshit, sip on this wine, and just, you know, talk to you guys. So that's my question for you guys. Like, if you get this far in the video, and if you feel like it, just leave a comment and tell me how you're feeling. Just a little mental check-in, and you're anonymous, so that's kind of the thing behind it. You can be as honest or as vague as you want to be. You can just be like, hey, I'm feeling alright. Or you can be like, yo, I'm going through some shitty times right now, as I go ahead and get these C cups cleaned up, which also adds to that allure that there's still a line there, even though there is a taper. Anyway, so my mental check-in, man, I've been doing good, man. Like, I gotta keep it real with you. Over the past like month and a half, some tough times in terms of like losing people. Like, I had a mentor, like a close friend, and someone who was like a grandfather / father figure who passed away, and I was going through some tough times, and you know, just so happened, excuse my ashy elbows, but it just so happened that my therapist he knew my mentor as well, so they were close friends, and they're both great people, so it makes sense. So my therapist was actually able, and it's a testament to him, but he was actually able to kind of lift me out of that rut that I was in, just with some general advice about, like, you know, what comes next after losing a mentor or somebody that you looked at as a father figure. And I won't get into it too much for those who don't really care about therapy. I don't want to be one of those, like, because I feel like therapy is the new Bible thumpers, so I don't want to be therapy thumping people. So, but that's just my mental check-in, man. Since that therapy appointment, I had a little breakthrough in that appointment, and it's just like unlocked another side of me, another drive of me where I'm just motivated in everything. So, and I got some pretty cool stuff coming up in my personal life that I'm just really excited about. So that's my mental check-in, and I hope that everybody is doing well as well. And if you're not, that is okay. That is the most important thing, is that it's okay not to be okay, which is so cliche to say, but it's literally okay to just be chilling, like to just be like, yo, I'm fucked up right now, and that is what it is. So always just understand that. And yeah, that was therapy with Dre, is what we'll call that little therapy corner. Nah, man, I think it's like important just to check in with people, and your people, and y'all are my people. So now we are getting into the hairline, which is, man, it's the most important thing. But like when I first started out, I just swore that I was gonna be fucking up everybody's hairline. I thought that was my destiny. I was like, damn, I'm fucking, especially people like my boy's hairline held on for a very long time, but it's starting to go on him in the corners. It happens to us all. My corners are fucked up, Lord knows. But like I thought and was so scared that I was going to be like cooked when it came to cutting hairlines. But man, it's once you learn, I promise, once you learn how to cut hair, it becomes hard to like fuck it up. Like you can do a bad cut or a cut that you're not super proud of, but it's hard to like really fuck somebody's shit up. So right here, we're still working on the process of him growing in his full beard, but we're getting there, yo. We are getting there. I wish I could show you guys the progress pictures. Maybe I'll go fish them out, but man, this is pretty much the cut right here. We're gonna flip them around, and just know the back taper, I went back and cleaned up. It's not on camera, but I went back and cleaned up a little bit more because I just didn't like how the right side of it wasn't fully blended in. But man, this has been the cut, just a little taper right now. We're just cleaning